In previous lessons, we've combined shapes in a variety of ways using the Pathfinder panel. In this video, we'll take a look at the Shape Builder tool, which is new to CS5. The Shape Builder tool seamlessly and intuitively allows you to create a single shape from multiple shapes by dragging the tool across the selected objects. We'll start with an open file that contains the trees that we've worked with in our previous videos. If you'd like to follow along with this lesson, you can download the illustration from the link below this video. The tree over to the left, we created that in a previous video with the Pathfinder panel. We also created this one with the Pathfinder panel, except this one was created by holding down the Option key when we use the Unite tool. Now let's focus on the Shape Builder tool. Our third tree is in a layer all to itself. You'll notice in the Layers panel we have a new layer called the Shape Builder tree. This tree is also made up of a lot of different shapes, just like the other trees. To use the Shape Builder tool, you'll first need to select the objects that you'd like to combine. So be sure to look down here at the Layers panel as we go along to get a better understanding of how the Shape Builder tool works. So let's begin by selecting a couple of the objects that we'd like to combine, and then go over to the Tools panel and click the Shape Builder tool to select it. Notice that a shortcut for that is Shift-M. You'll notice that the selected areas that can be combined highlight. Simply click and drag your mouse across to combine those shapes into a single shape. Notice what happened in the Layers panel. Now we have one single shape instead of multiples. Let's try that again. Let's get our selection tool and combine a couple of other shapes. Hold down our Shift key to select this shape that we just created. Grab our Shape Builder tool, and again, let's drag across these two shapes to combine these. Alright, now this works because both of the shapes were selected and they're touching, they overlap. If you have a shape that is not overlapping, let's take this guy here and move him away just a little bit. And let's try to select both of these objects and use the Shape Builder tool again, and you'll see that it won't work because the two objects do not overlap. However, if the objects do overlap, and maybe they are different colors, this ellipse here on the bottom, let's change the color of that ellipse maybe to a different color green. And notice in the Layers panel that this shape right here is right here in the stacking order, and this shape is a little higher. Alright, two different color greens. This one is on the bottom of the stacking order, this one's on the top. If we shift click both of these, get our Shape Builder tool and drag across the selected objects, the color that was used came from the object on the top right here. Okay, let's try that again. Let's deselect our current objects. Notice the brown ellipse in the back and where it is in the stacking order right here in the Layers panel. Let's hold our Shift key down to also include the custom shape that we just created. Let's get the Shape Builder tool and drag across both of these guys, and notice our fill color is brown. We can change that, of course. We'll verify that the fill color box right here is on top, not the stroke. And then we'll grab our selection tool, select the objects that we want to change, and change the fill color. One more time. To use the Shape Builder tool, simply select the objects that you'd like to combine, grab the Shape Builder tool, and drag your mouse across, and then deselect. Now let's learn how to subtract shapes, take one shape away from another. Let's grab our Ellipse tool, and we'll create a moon. We'll start by dragging an ellipse, hold the Shift key down to get a perfect circle. Let's change the fill color, and now let's make a copy of this ellipse with our selection tool active. Hold down the Option key and drag. We'll make a duplicate of the ellipse. Now we need to select both of these objects, and we'll grab the Shape Builder tool once again, and instead of adding these two shapes together, if we hold down our Alt key or our Option key and drag across, we'll actually subtract one shape from another. Let's transform this around a little bit. And now we have a moon. Congratulations! We've now completed the Paths and Shape series. We've learned to draw, edit, and use the Pathfinder palette, and we've also learned how to create shapes using the Shape Builder tool. In the next series, we'll learn about color, we'll create some color swatches, find where the color swatch libraries are, and much more. See you then.